Hi everyone, I am Ericka Champion Wise. We are back for another Tuesday tip. Today, along with my crazy chorus of dogs. So if you hear dogs barking, it's nothing. They're just playing. Today we're going to talk about fear. And fear happens. And you know, some of my best videos come from personal experience. So this is a personal experience one about what happened this morning. Actually, what's been happening for about the last few weeks. So, first things first, fear happens. You're going to be afraid of something. You're going to be afraid to do something or not do something, or you're going to get a scary diagnosis, or your kid's going to end up in the ER, or something scary is going to happen. Something is going to frighten you. Admit it. Say you're afraid. It's okay. Acknowledge that you have fear. Because if you ignore the fear, if you just kind of pretend the fear doesn't exist, the fear gets huge. It gets bigger and badder and worse, and you get paralyzed by fear. So you got to say, all right, I'm afraid. I am afraid to do this. I am afraid to say this. I am afraid to do what I need to do. I am terrified my child is in the ER and I don't know what's going to happen. I am scared. I just got the big C word, cancer diagnosis. I am afraid. Acknowledge the fear. Don't let the fear paralyze you. You have power and control when you are willing to say, yep, I'm afraid. I am absolutely afraid. So take that power back. Take that power when you admit that you are afraid. Then do something. Because here's the thing. Here's the secret to combating fear. Action. Do something. Action beats fear every single time. For me, I'm planning something huge, and I was sitting in my fear until I did something, until I started making phone calls. Can I do this here? Do you have this space here on this day? Action combats that fear, because by the second phone call, I was on a roll. I had my little spiel down. Hi, my name is Ericka. I'm calling to see if you have availability on this day. Action combats fear. So if you're sitting in the middle of fear, go do something. I don't care what you do. If you are in paparazzi with me and you're afraid to go live, what do I tell you to do? Go live. Just do it. It's the action that beats the fear every single time. Every time. Fear is meant to discourage you. And when you are fearful, when you are living in fear, when you have things to be fearful of, you get discouraged so easily. You get sad, you get upset. Anything that goes wrong throws you off your game, and you're just like, the heck with it. It's not meant to be. God didn't mean for me to have this. Because you're in fear, because you are discouraged by your fear. Stop the discouragement. How do you stop discouragement? You pray, you meditate, you talk to good friends, you get good advice, you call up your support network, your top 5 who are going to kick you in the butt and say, you're afraid, get over it. Because that's what I had to do. I had to get to my people and I had to ask them, would you do this with me? And they say, yes, now go do it. So what did I do? I went and did it. So when you're discouraged because of fear, call up your circle and let them kick you in the butt. And if they don't kick you in the butt, get a better circle. Because fear happens, discouragement happens because of fear. You got to do something with it. And for my friends who are believers, it was so funny that one of the pastors said this on Sunday. If someone says, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll be easy. God will make it just easy. Nope. No, that's a long-standing belief that I've had for many years. Just because God said to do it doesn't mean God said it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean God said it's going to be without fear. Because you know what? He wants you to rely on Him. He wants you to go to Him and say, I am afraid. I need your help. I need you to take this fear and give me your peace. I am afraid. I need you to open doors. I need you to make this happen, because He wants you to come to Him first. So if you're having some bumps and you're sitting there saying, it ain't for me because it ain't easy. God would make it easy if it was for me. Sorry, no, that ain't how this works. The Bible even says tribulations come. I can find you a verse if you need one. Tribulations come, expect them. Think of all the disciples in the Bible who had tribulations. Okay. Tribulations come. And just because you got a few bumps in the road doesn't mean it's time to quit. Just because you got some obstacles doesn't mean that it's not for you. That means it's time, girl, to pull up those big girl panties and get busy. Remember the first point was action combats fear? Do something. Do something. Go fight the fear. And just because those obstacles come, you got to persevere. You got to stick with it. You have got to keep going. No matter the obstacle. Because literally the only way, the absolute only way to have victory in anything is to keep going. You want to win the game, you keep playing the game even when the score is, you're down here. Let's talk about the Super Bowl, okay? You've got to keep playing the game in order to win the game. You've got to keep running the race in order to win the race. And it doesn't matter who's ahead of you. You have to keep going. If you were playing football and you got tripped on the field, what would you do? You would get your butt back up and you would play because you are not going to be defeated. You are going to win this game. That is life. That is how you do life. You win because you did not give up. So, I hope this helps you because I can't be the only one who's got a little fear going on right now. Hope this gives you maybe a kick in the butt if you need it, because a lot of times we need that big kick in the butt to get busy, to face the fear and do it anyway, to combat the fear with action, and to get over the fact that God didn't say it'd be easy, but he sure said it would be worth it. So go today. Do what you've been afraid of. Make that phone call that you've been afraid to make. Pick up and talk to that person that you've been afraid to talk to, but you know you need to. Plan that event that you have just been dreaming of planning for years. Just be afraid and do it anyway. And then come back. Let me know what happens by about phone call number 2. Let me know what happens. Have an awesome day. See you later.